Hello students, I am Zareen Mullah. We have started the chapter is power supply, chapter 2 from paper 1, isn't it? We have learned the half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier and the rectifier circuits. So today we are going to see the examples or numericals on the rectifiers. In the previous lecture we have seen the numericals or examples for the, it is on regulators or Zener diode regulators. So today we are going to see is the examples on rectifiers. So what is rectifier? Rectifier is nothing but when AC current is converted into DC current or AC voltage is converted into DC voltage or AC power is converted into DC power is called as a rectifier. So there are three types of rectifiers: half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. I repeat these things in each and every period or each and every video because you must have learned these properties. Okay, so what is in the half wave rectifier, what is in the full wave rectifier? We have seen the difference also, difference between half wave, full wave and bridge rectifier. In three rectifiers I have given the difference in the previous lectures. Okay, so that difference will help you here to solve the examples because there are the formulas, or in the difference we have seen that VDC, what is the output DC voltage is for full wave rectifier it is different, for half wave rectifier it is different, and bridge rectifier it is different. Okay, so that formulas, by using that formula we have to solve all these sums or all these problems. Okay, so first we will see the first sum or first problem on the half wave rectifier. HW means half wave rectifier. What is half wave rectifier? Only one diode is used, only one condition is there, only half diode will be rectified. Okay, so you go in the flashback and try to remember what is half wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier is only one diode is there and one diode is only rectified. Okay, so what happened here? The turn ratio of the transformer is used in the input of the circuit of the rectifier, isn't it? So in half wave rectifier is what? N/2 and 1 is to N2 is equal to how much it is given? 10:1. 10:1 means N1 is how much? 10 and N2 is 1. Okay, the primary is connected to 230 volt. 230 volt is what? It is AC voltage, or we can tell the AC in the VRMS. So AC main supply is how much? 230 volt. Okay, so what we have to calculate? Calculate first is DC voltage. First what we have to calculate is the DC voltage. And what is the PIV of the diode? PIV means what? It is a peak inverse voltage of the diode. So what is given here? VRMS is given, how much it is? 230 volt. VRMS is how much? 230 volt. That is given here. Then ratio of this N1 and N2 is what? Peak inverse voltage of the primary and peak inverse voltage, primary voltage and secondary voltage. So what we have to calculate is the VDC and the PIV or the peak inverse voltage. So first we will solve. Its primary is given is what? 10 is 10 and secondary is given as a 1. Okay, so we have to calculate first the peak voltage or peak value of the primary voltage. I will write it here. First what we have to solve is the peak value of primary is how much it is? 230 volt. How much it is given? Primary is 230 volt divided by 0.707. Okay, so this peak value of the primary is how much? 230 divided by 0.707, which is equal to, we can calculate these things by using log table. use the log table. See the log of this 230 and 707, and after looking the log, you have to add that log and you have to see the anti-log. All that procedure you know already. Okay. So I will directly write the answer of this 213 volt divided by 0.707 is its value. How much it is? It may be 325.31 volt. Okay, how much it is? It may be 325.31 volt for the what? Peak value of the primary. Similarly, we can calculate the peak value of the secondary is how much is peak value of the secondary is secondary number of turn is given N1 divided by N2, isn't it, into primary voltage. So N1 upon N2 is how much it is 1, N1 is N2 divided by N1, it is 1 divided by 10, isn't it? N1 and N2, that is N2 divided by N1 is equal to 1 divided by 10 into this Vp is what? Primary voltage. How much it is? Primary voltage is 230 volt. So, isn't it? So, how much it is? 1 divided by 10 into value of Vp. Vp means this primary voltage, not this one. This primary voltage is how much? It is 325.31 volt. Okay. So this is N2 divided by N1 into Vp. Vp is what? Primary voltage. What we get in the peak value of the primary is 325.31 volt, isn't it? So 1 divided by 10 into 325.31 volt. So how much it is? Yes, it may be 32.53 volt. Isn't it? It is how much? 32.53 volt. This is what? Our peak value of the secondary. Okay. So this may be what? It is the peak value of secondary is what? Vm. Okay. So what is asked here? DC voltage. Peak value of the primary voltage. From that we can calculate the peak value of the secondary voltage. So what is PIV of the diode? Second is what? Peak inverse voltage is equal to Vm, and Vm is equal to how much it is? Yes, it is 10.35 volt. So how can we calculate this 10.35 volt? Vm we can calculate is Vm is equal to, for half wave rectifier, PIV is Vm divided by pi. So value of this Vm is how much? 32.553 divided by pi's value is what? 3.14, and it is 10.35 volt. So this is the value of peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage for half wave rectifier is Vm divided by pi. Peak inverse voltage for full wave rectifier is also Vm upon pi. We have seen in the difference. Okay, that's why I have given you the difference in three forms: half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, and bridge rectifier. That difference will help you to solve these problems. Okay, so how can you solve this? Complicated sum is there, then you have to just remember that peak value of the primary. There are number of turns of the transformer, primary number of turns and secondary number of turns. Is okay. Then secondary number of turns gives us the DC voltage. Primary number of turns gives us the AC voltage. So peak value of primary is how much it is? 230 volt divided by 0.707. So we can calculate by using log table. We can get the value of 325.31 volt for the primary value. Similarly, we can calculate the secondary. Secondary is what? Secondary turn ratio of the secondary number of turn is what? N2 divided by N1. So N2 divided by N1. Ratio is given here 10:1. That we have to use here. Okay. Then value of this primary voltage. This VP is not the peak voltage. It is not the peak voltage. It is what? Primary voltage. Primary voltage that calculated is 325.31 volt. So by after multiplication of this, we can get the 32.53 volt. Okay. So second is what? PIV. PIV is nothing but the VM divided by pi, and it is how much? 10 divided by 35 volt. All of you clear this? Now come here. In the second example, in half wave rectifier, this is also for half wave rectifier, this is also for half wave rectifier. Here we have taken the full wave rectifier. Okay. In half wave rectifier, if transformer secondary voltage, see primary and secondary voltage, transformer secondary voltage is 12 volt. What is given? VRMS for secondary voltage is 12 volt and load resistance RL is 100 ohm. Then calculate what we have to calculate first: VDC, that is output DC voltage, IDC, that is the DC current, and VM and PIV. VM means peak voltage, and we can use this here instead of VM. VM and VP is same. VP is equal to VM, that is the peak voltage. But here is not that peak voltage, here is the primary voltage I have taken. Okay. So keep in mind that VM and VP, so in some text it is indicated by VP, that is the VM. In some text it is indicated by the VM. Okay. VM and VP is the same, which is nothing but the peak voltage. Okay. So what is given here? Calculate VM and PIV. Okay. So first in this solution, what we will see? First we will see the value of VM. How can we calculate VM? So VM is equal to, it is nothing but VRMS divided by 0.707. Everywhere whenever VRMS is given, you just keep it divided by 0.707, then you will get the value of this VM. Okay. So how much is the VM? VRMS divided by 0.707, but the value of the VRMS is given, how much it is? 12 divided by 0.707. So this VM is how much? It is 16.97 volt. How much it is? 16.97 volt. How can we calculate this? VM is equal to VRMS divided by 0.707. How can we get this equation? Yes. So VRMS is always equal to 0.707 into VM. Is the main equation that you have to keep in mind. If you want to calculate the VM, then this 0.707 comes under this. Okay. So this is the main equation. You keep it in mind. VRMS is equal to 0.707 into VM. If VM is calculated, then conversion is like this. VRMS divided by 0.707. Okay. So given the value of VRMS, always VRMS is given. You have to convert it into divide by 0.707. Then you can calculate the value of VM. Directly VM is not given. Okay. If directly VM is given, you can calculate. But directly VM is always not given. It is given in the VRMS form. RMS is what? It is root mean square. So voltage at root mean square is 12 volt divided by 0.707. So this is the VM, 16.97. Okay. Now see, what we have to solve first is VDC. VDC means what? Yes, output DC voltage. So VDC for half wave rectifier is VM divided by pi. So what is the value of VM that we have get it 16.97 divided by value of the pi is 3.14. Okay, so this value is 5.39 volt. Okay, so this Vm we have to take is from here, 16.97 divided by pi, value of pi is 3.14, so it is 5.39 volt. Second, what we have to calculate the IDC. IDC means what? Yes, DC current. So DC current is what? It is simply nothing but I is equal to V upon R. We know the Ohm's law. V is equal to I into R. V is equal to voltage is equal to current into resistance. From that equation we can calculate current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. So current IDC is equal to VDC divided by RL. So what is the VDC? We get it here is the 5.39 and RL is given. Where is the RL? It is the 100 ohm. Isn't it? So how much is the value? 5.39 into 100 divided by 100, which is equal to, it is 53.9 milliampere. This 100 will take up, then it will be in the milli form, therefore it will be milliampere. Isn't it? 5.39 into this 10 raised to 2, I will take it up and shift this decimal number in the next decimal number. I will shift this fraction in the next decimal number, so it will be 53.9 and this 10 I will take it up and it's 10 raised to minus 3. This minus 2 plus this one is minus 3. Therefore this minus 3 is what? Milliampere. So 53.9 milliampere is the current IDC. Okay. Third, what is asked? The peak inverse voltage, that is PIV. So this PIV is nothing but the, I have told you in some text it is indicated by the Vp and some text it is indicated by the Vm. So Vp and Vm is the same. So peak inverse voltage is how much it is? That we have calculate first. That is directly I will write the value 16.97 volt. So this is what our peak inverse voltage. Okay. So these are the values. First is what? VDC, second is what? IDC, and third is what? PIV. Okay. So these are the three values that we have to calculate in this sum. All of you understand this? This is two examples for half wave rectifier and these two examples for full wave rectifier. Now we will come in here. In the third example, see, it is FWR. Means what? In full wave rectifier. FWR means full wave rectifier. Primary of the transformer is, how much it is? Primary is given is 230 volt and frequency is given 50 hertz and secondary voltage given 12012 means secondary is 12 volt. Calculate. What we have to calculate here? First is output DC voltage. What we have to calculate? Output DC voltage, that is the VDC. Okay. Second, PIV of the diode means peak inverse voltage. PIV means what? Peak inverse voltage of the diode. That is the PIV of the diode. Third is what? Output ripple frequency. What is it? Ripple frequency for half wave rectifier, ripple frequency for full wave rectifier, and ripple frequency for bridge rectifier we have seen. Isn't it? So ripple frequency is nothing but the input frequency. Input frequency for half wave rectifier is equal to only F in. That is the whatever input given to the frequency is the directly for the half wave rectifier. But full wave rectifier double frequency is used. That is the 2F in, and for bridge rectifier also it is the 2F in. Okay. So output frequency we have to calculate. And third is load resistance. Load current is asked, that is the IL is asked, and if RL is given, RL how much it is given? 500 ohm. So what is the given here? Vp is given. Vp means what? Primary voltage is given. How much it is? 230 volt. Input frequency given how much it is 50 hertz, and VRMS is given, that is the 12 volt, and this is given is voltage, this RL is given is the 500 ohm. Now see the solution. First we have to calculate first we have to calculate the VM. VM is equal to, that we have calculated here, VRMS divided by 0.707. So how much is VRMS? It is the 12 volt divided by 0.707, and it is 16.97 volt, that we have calculated here. Okay, so here also VRMS was 12 volt, here also VRMS is 12 volt. 12 means what? It is central tap transformer, therefore upper half portion and lower half portion is same. Okay, therefore it is given 12 means upper portion is also 12, lower portion of the secondary transformer is also 12. So this is 12 divided by 0.707 is 16.97, that calculated is the VM. Now we will calculate first output DC voltage. So formula for output DC voltage is what? In full wave rectifier it is 2 Vm divided by pi. In half wave rectifier it is only Vm divided by pi. In full wave rectifier it is, how much it is? 2 Vm divided by pi. Okay, 2 Vm upon pi. So 2 into the value of this Vm, how much we get it here is the 16.97, and the value of pi is 3.14. So you can solve these by using log table. So we will get the value for this is 10.8 volt. Output DC voltage we get is the 10.8 volt. Whatever we get the value, you solve it at home and write it here the answer. So next is what? PIV, peak inverse voltage. Okay, so PIV is what? 2 into Vm. Vm's value is what? 2 into Vm is 16.97 volt. So how much it is? 16 to 32 means it is near about 33.94. Okay, volt. It is about 33.94 volt. You solve it yourself. I will try to put up the values. First try to understand how to keep the values, how to draw the values from the paragraph given, the example given. Whatever example given, you have to first calculate the given and what you have to calculate. This given and calculate, you have to separate it, then try to solve, write the solution and try to solve it. Now output ripple frequency is asked. Output ripple frequency is what? It is 2 into input frequency. So input frequency is how much given? Yes, see, input frequency is 50 hertz. So 2 into 50 hertz is how much? It is 100 hertz. Okay. Next is load current IL. IL is how much? VDC divided by RL. We calculate the VDC here is 10.8 and RL we have to, the value of RL is 500 ohm. So it may be near about 21.6 milliampere. It is, current is there, so it is in the form of milliampere. 21.6 milliampere. You solve yourself and see the answers of all this and tally these answers with your answers. Okay? Try to solve all examples. It has asked in the exams. It always asks for 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. If 4 examples are there, it will be asked for 4 marks. It's so simple. Only you have to write down what is VDC, PIV is the same given in the examples only. VM is given in the example. So VRMS is given from VRMS you can calculate the VM. VM divided by VRMS divided by 0.707, you will get the value of VM. It's so simple. It's a only within 5, not 5 only. Within 2 or 3 minutes you can solve these examples, and you will get the 4 marks. Okay. So don't try to left it. Don't try to left the examples or numericals. What happened? Always students do the theories only for the exam. They neglect the examples. So don't neglect it. It's so simple. It's very simple. You try to solve it at home. You try to practice it. Then you can find it that it takes very low time for. If you want to write the theory answer, then you require at least 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Then better than that you have to practice these examples. Okay. So these are very simple examples. The comparison table I have given you. So you learn that table. From that table you can solve all examples. Whatever asked for half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. Okay. So all formulas are also given in that table also. Okay. So see, load current IM is VDC divided by RL. So VDC is 10.8 divided by 500. So how much it is? 21.6 million. All of you understand up to this? Now come here in the last example. In center tapped full wave rectifier, secondary is 40 AC. Means AC voltage of the secondary is how much it is? 40 is given. Secondary means what? Now here given 12, 0, 12 means upper portion is same and lower portion is also same. So it is 40 is given. That 40 you have to. Center tap is mentioned. See here. Center tap is mentioned means what? Upper half portion and lower half portion of the secondary transformer. See, transformer is like this. Secondary transformer. Center tap means like this. This half portion and this half portion is same. That is, here is also given 12. It is also 12. Means this here we are getting 0. Therefore it is 12, 0, 12. Now directly all this given is the 40 volt. It is given. So how much it is? This is the 20, 0, 20. Okay. So this value is what? Therefore I have given it the 20. So what is said that in center tapped full wave rectifier, secondary 40 AC using ideal diode, and load resistance is RL is how much? 47 ohm. Calculate. What we have to calculate? VDC means what? Output DC voltage and current rating. See, current rating is asked here. Current rating for half rectifier is how much? Current rating for full wave rectifier as given in the comparison table. Okay, so peak inverse voltage. 3 points we have to calculate: output DC voltage, current rating and peak inverse voltage. Okay, so first given is, what is given? 40. RMS is given 40 for center tap. Therefore half of this is the 20 volt. That we have to take directly 40. If you calculate from 40 volt, your answer will get wrong. Okay, so center tap is mentioned here, means you have to divide that 40 into 20. Okay. Now calculate. First is VDC. So what's the formula for VDC? We have seen VDC is equal to, yes, here is the formula, 2Vm divided by pi. For that we have to calculate the Vm. So how can we calculate? Vm is equal to, yes, Vrms divided by 0.707. So it is how much? Yes, Vm is, it is Vrms is 20 volt. 20 divided by 0.707 is the value of Vm. Okay. So in this what we have to calculate? VDC and IDC and what? PID. Peak inverse voltage. Current rating is asked, isn't it? So 20 divided by 707, whatever value we are getting it here is the value for the Vm in this example. Okay, so the value for Vm is equal to 20 divided by 0.707 is 28.28 volt. It is 28.28 volt. You try to solve yourself by using log table. Okay, so this value is how much? 20.28. So here we can calculate VDC is equal to 2 Vm divided by, therefore VDC is equal to 2 into this Vm is how much? 28.28 divided by 3.14. Therefore this VDC is equal to, try to solve this, 28 into 28 into 2, 8 to 16. So after solving this you can get the answer is 18.01 for VDC first. Okay, now second is IDC. IDC is asked. IDC means what? It is the I is equal to V divided by R, isn't it? V is what? Every DC is there. Okay, VDC divided by RL. So IDC is equal to VDC. How much we get it? VDC is 18.01 and RL. How much is the RL? Given is the 47 ohm. So this much. So 18.01 divided by 47 ohm. How much is the value for current is 0.381. IDC is the 0.381 milliampere. Okay, try to solve at home. So now last is the PIV. PIV is what? Peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage for full wave rectifier is, yes, 2 Vm, 2 into Vm. So this is the 2 into value of Vm is 28.28 volt. Then PIV for this is how much? Yes, 56.56 volt. Peak inverse voltage is, yes, 56.56 volt. Try to solve at home and you will get the answer of this values, whatever you get it here. Okay, so this is 2 Vm, this is the output ripple frequency, this is output voltage VDC, and you have everything is given here. Okay, you try to solve at home. Take one snap of this for solving at home. Take one photo so that you can calculate or you can solve yourself at the home. Okay, you have taken. Now see, for half wave rectifier we have taken 2 examples. For full wave rectifier also we have taken 2 examples. Okay, in full wave rectifier, in half wave rectifier, whatever formulas need, you have the formula in the your expressions. Half wave rectifier expression, there is all formulas for output DC voltage, for output DC current, for Vm. Okay, in everything, in half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier, its expression has solved. So in the expression also you will get the formula, or separately I have given you in the, yes, difference form, difference between half wave, full wave and bridge rectifier. Okay, all of you understand this thing. So in the next lecture we will take the next part of this. Okay, so we have finished what? Rectifier, filter, yes, regulator. What we have finished is the, yes, rectifier we have completed, filters we have completed, and regulator also we have completed. So examples on rectifier. rectifier is now in this lecture we have completed, and examples for filter we have taken in the previous lecture. All of you understand, dear students, try to solve at home, don't neglect it. Electronic subject is very simple subject, very easy subject. Don't be fear of electronics, because this is the world of electronics. You have to you are using electronics everywhere, so don't underestimate this subject. Okay, you have given me lots of comments. Thank you very much. You like my lectures, so you always try to see these examples or these lectures or my videos. Thank you very much.